So the news out of America this week is that the oldest Supreme Court Justice, RBG, died. Finally. No, but it's sad when anyone dies, and while some of the stuff she did, might not be agreeable, she certainly was quite smart. I think she graduated at the top of her class in Harvard Law School or something, they're saying, which was pretty impressive. And she's certainly high achieving, you can't deny that. But anyway, there's a bit of a war on now to get her replaced with someone, and I think Trump and Mitch McConnell, they're trying to just get a Republican leaning justice in there before the election, hopefully. And a lot of people are like, oh, that's really disrespectful, because her dying wish was to not have a court replaced until there's a new president. You're right. But to that, it's kind of like, well, what, you're going to wait until 2024? Hopefully. Or, just this idea of just leaving it empty, just because of someone's wish. It's the whole point of the Supreme Court is, the Supreme Court is meant to, be filled and appointed by the current president and stuff. And people are going on about Mitch McConnell didn't, approve the judge that Obama chose back in 2016. Well, back then, and to this day, it was a Republican Senate majority. So, that's the way the system's set up, to have checks and balances. But because the Republicans did so well. But, they currently have a president and a Senate majority, and a vice president, which can help break a deadlock in the Senate, of course. That is a manifestation of a Democratic mandate to appoint a Supreme Court judge indirectly, of course. And, obviously it's an antiquated system, not quite as bad as the House of Lords and bloody, solely first past the post Parliament, but it's not perfect. But in pretty much every other system that's people have come up with does a hell of a lot worse. And so the point is that they have this Democratic mandate to appoint a judge, hopefully, because I know there's a few wet Republicans in the Senate. It might cause some problems, but assuming that all goes through. And Trump's picking a woman, which is obviously identity politics is bad of it, but at the same time, I think that would be the only woman on the court and stuff. And not that there necessarily needs to be a quota or anything, but I guess it would sort of sweeten the deal for for wet Republicans in the Senate or whatever. So whatever, just get it through, really, and it's important that you get it through, because, well, if Trump does lose this election, you get Biden, and potentially the Senate's going to be quite tight. If Trump loses, I can't see the House of Representatives flipping Republican again, to be honest. Not this election, anyway. And if that happens, if after this the Democrats control 3 or 4, 3 or 4 of the 4 seats of power in America, then they're going to be able to do a lot of what they want to do. And you've seen you've seen the Democrats lately. All their identity politics, racism, same thing. Very socialist and stuff, and anti-gun as well. And that's just gonna be really bad. And it's I guess you say that Trump's showing mercy by waiting until the election or whatever, if he does. But, I can't see them showing mercy to Trump, They wouldn't piss on him if he was on fire. They wouldn't piss on, conservatives if they were on fire, or libertarians, or anyone else for that matter. So, these are Democrats you're dealing with, these are leftists you're dealing with. And, they're assholes. And, so you've got to... take the opportunity while you can. Get a sixth conservative-leaning justice in there, and then if worst case scenario, they'll be there to counter a lot of stuff Biden does, like with guns or whatever, or other or I'm talking about fucking up the Constitution. They'll be there to protect it a bit which no, it sounds weird coming from a British guy, because obviously we didn't have a fuck all constitution, as you can tell from the videos I make about like house arrest, gatherings, and all that shit. But you know, it was because of that. You know, I appreciate how important it is to have guaranteed negative rights, which is, you know, that's sort of what the Constitution does, at least roughly. And I think it's really important that America protects that. So yeah, just don't hold back against the Democrats. Show no mercy, because they ain't going to show anyone else any mercy. Appoint a judge, as you know, if you can. I mean, I guess technically you've got until January. You know, if worse does come to worse, or whatever the saying is. But yeah, you just got to do it. Yeah, appoint someone moderate if you want. If Trump thinks it'll get him through the Senate or whatever. But yeah, you know, you can't afford to, you know, be like soft, because, you know, there are, you know, yeah, well, Trump is at war. People are, you know, America's at war with, you know, Biden, who basically does represent, you know, globalism. You know, he's doesn't really speak out against China or whatever. You know, he don't give a shit about gun rights. I mean, people are saying, no, he's an old fuck, he doesn't know what's going on, he couldn't do anything. Yeah, but all his cronies around him do. Kamala, she'll, you know, if she becomes president after he croaks it, that won't be good either. So yeah, just, yeah, strike while the iron's hot, I guess, would be a good saying. Yeah, that's about all, guys.